Hey everyone, today we will be going over Leetcode 807, max increase to keep a city skyline. This problem has a very large description, so I'm just going to explain it the best I can. So let's say we have this test case here, right? So let's get it over here and just explain what is happening here. So let's tab these over. And so we have this grid. We're given this grid here, and given this grid, we want to find the max increase for each building such that we can keep the skyline, whether it's viewed from the top, the bottom, the left, or the right. So what this is really asking is we want to increase each number such that it's not bigger than the current max in either its column or row. And the reason why we do that, so let's take this for example. So let's just look right here and let's look at this 9. So this 9 is the biggest building in its column and it's the biggest building in its row. So this 9 basically is going to, whether we view it from the bottom, we're going to always see the 9, the top always see the 9, the left and the right will always see the 9 right here. So we can actually increase this 2 to 9. We can increase this 3 to 8, and sorry, we can increase this to 7 because this has the biggest here, so we don't want to increase it bigger than the 7. And we want to increase all of these such that they're not bigger than the one in its column, the biggest one in its column, or the biggest one in its row. So that's kind of what we're going for here. It's just a way of rephrasing all of this that actually makes sense. So very simply put, we want to increase each number up to the minimum of the max of its row and its column. So right away, let's just go ahead and set up our column maxes and our row maxes because we want to increase each number of the minimum between those. So let's do that, and let's just call this row max is equal to new int grid.length, and let's copy that down and let's make this col max, and this will be grid of 0.length. So this is because there are grid length rows and grid of 0 length columns. So basically each one will hold the current max at each row. So basically the 0th element will have the max for row 0 essentially. So we want to fill those, and how we're going to do that is we're going to iterate through our grid once. And once we have all of this, we're just going to set our row max and our col max. So we're going to go row max at I is equal to math.max row max I, or whatever is the current element. And then that's going to get our current row max, and we're going to take that, copy it down, and make this col max J, because we're currently in column J, and col max J. So basically, this first loop is to just find the row maxes and the col maxes. And that's how we do that. Very, very simple, very trivial. And we want to have some result, and we're going to return that result when we're done playing with it. And what we want to do is, so what did we want to do? We want to go through each number in the grid, and we want to increase it up to the minimum of these two maxes, because we don't want to alter, we don't want to modify the skyline. So we have to do it to the min of these, because if we do it greater than one of them, then, or just greater than both of them, we've altered the skyline. So now what we want to do is we want to actually just go ahead and iterate again, but this time what we're going to do is we're going to find the increase. And to make this more clear, I'm going to call an variable increase. So this increase is going to be the max we can increase the current building. So first what we want to do is we want to take the min of the row max at this current row and the col max at this current column. We want to take the minimum of that, and then we want to subtract it by the current element. And this is because this is like the difference. This is what we can increase the current number up to without altering the skyline. And then we're just gonna simply go res plus equals increase, because this will now give us the total increase, because this is a running sum. So let's go ahead and run this and see what happens. And there we go, we got 35. And let's submit this. And there we go. Runtime is not too bad and pretty straightforward solution. This is just the way I would do it. It's pretty interview friendly. And I hope you guys appreciated this. I hope it helped in some way. Thank you all for watching.